If you're watching a video about a game that launched 14 years ago, you probably already know DCUO has a fun core and huge potential. It's outlasted countless MMOs and multiple console generations. But now in 2025, gamers expect slick onboarding, seamless crossplay, and fresh content. So the question is DCUO ready to live up to its potential, or is it stuck patching cracks and wasting players' time? 14 years ago, DC Universe Online didn't just launch, it crash landed into the MMO scene like a drunk Superman smashing through your living room wall. You weren't just watching Batman do his broody rooftop thing. You were right there beside him, mashing buttons like your life depended on it, praying Bane didn't turn you into a stain on the ground. Since then, DCUO has outlasted MMOs with 10 times the budget and 5 times the marketing hype. Games with flashier graphics and bigger promises have crumbled, but DCUO just keeps chugging along. Not because it's perfect, because it definitely isn't, but because there's still nothing else quite like it. And that's due to copyright. But players keep coming back because the combat still hits hard. It's fast, it's punchy, and it's chaotic enough to make you forget that you were supposed to log off hours ago. So what's the secret sauce that keeps players glued to DCUO after all these years? First up, it's the DC universe itself. You're not just hearing about Gotham or Metropolis, you're there, punching bad guys with Batman, racing around with the Flash, and fighting Trigon alongside the Teen Titans. The world feels alive, packed with comic book lore that no other game can legally come close to because of copyright. Then there's the character creator, basically your chance to live out the "if I had superpowers what would I do" fantasy. You want to fly like Superman? Go for it. Prefer sneaking around like Batman? Then do that. Or maybe you just want to run really fast and confuse everyone around you. The best part? Your character's costume and your character can be as ridiculous or cool as you want. They're completely designed by you. Here's the thing, DCUO isn't dead. If anything, it's still breathing. The problem is, it's coughing up dust between breaths. The UI looks like it was designed back when 1080p was still a luxury, with menus that feel more like a puzzle than a helpful guide. New players get hit with a welcome packet that basically says, here's 47 icons, 16 menus, and 0 explanations. Good luck, hero. It's a brutal first impression that leaves many overwhelmed before they can even scratch the surface of what makes the game great. PvP used to be one of DCUO's biggest draws, a competitive battleground where skill and strategy mattered. Now it's like an abandoned amusement park. The rides are still standing, but the paint's peeling. The lights are flickering, and somewhere off in the distance you can hear one lonely player queuing and waiting forever. The thrill and energy have faded, replaced by frustration and neglect. But despite these issues, the foundation of DCUO remains solid. The world building, the rich lore, and fast-paced engaging combat still hold real charm. But the MMO landscape in 2025 is brutal and unforgiving. Modern players expect seamless onboarding, crossplay, and regular fresh content with polished systems. Without serious modernization, DCUO risks fading into the background. The latest update actually gave us some good stuff. Quality of life tweaks, new episode content, and even combat smoothing that made blocking feel less like trying to parallel park a tank. It's proof the devs are still trying, but it's also kind of like patching a leaking roof without touching the rotting foundation. Yeah, the water's not dripping on your head right now, but you can still smell the mold. DCUO has a very solid foundation, it just has things that need to be fixed. Modernize the systems. Overhaul the UI so it looks like it belongs in 2025 and not a Windows XP screensaver. Revive PvP. Make it balanced and actually worth logging in for. And give us true crossplay. Tear down the platform walls so PS, Xbox, and PC can actually team up instead of living in separate universes like some awkward superhero divorce. If they pull that off, DCUO could be the superhero MMO for the next decade. If they don't, then it'll slowly fade into that game you played once, had fun, and never went back to because the menu scared you. Seriously, the game has insane potential, but the main thing holding it back is the onboarding process for new players and the fact that it still looks like it came out on PS3.
When I fall asleep, I wake up in my own world. I might just fly through the town. I might go out with your girl. I could be battling demons. I might just change up the seasons. I imagine what I see.